Hello and welcome to today's June 5th stimulus package update. If you're a subscribed member of my community, I'm so glad you came back today. And if you're not, sign up for free right now. Just click the button. I'll give you updates and other smart money tips. Okay, like I said yesterday, it appears the Senate and the White House are starting to wake up. Let me share some ideas that have come to light in the last 48 hours. The White House and Senate are now saying that another round of stimulus and relief will most likely happen. However, they are targeting a $1 trillion package instead of a $3 trillion package. The White House is saying they want the payroll tax cut to help workers and business owners have more money. They are looking at tax incentives on eating out and vacationing. They also want to look at tax incentives to get the entertainment industry going again. The White House said they are looking at tax incentives to bring businesses back to the United States, and they will be giving tax incentives for businesses that invest in the U.S. Vice President Pence said the White House is working on growth-focused plans. Pence also said the American comeback starts today. In a press conference, President Trump said that there will be more stimulus in addition to all the other stuff he talked about. Now, I've already seen other YouTubers saying this means more money. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up or pretend like I can read Trump's mind. It did make me happy to hear him say this, but until we have a firm idea of what this means, please just let those be words, but good words. Okay, I've had many of you ask me to help you understand the minds of government leaders. That request reminds me of a bad joke where a man finds a genie on the beach and is granted one wish. So he says, I'm afraid of flying and would like to have a freeway built from California over to Hawaii. The genie complains that this is kind of a big request and then asks, is there anything else you would like? The man says, well, I've always wanted to understand the way politicians think. The genie laughs and says, would you like that to be a 4-lane highway? Honestly, I can't predict what politicians are thinking. So again, just let them be words, let these be updates. However, the White House and the Senate are now starting to have these discussions publicly, so I take that as a good sign. Again, hearing the president say in a public press briefing that they plan on more stimulus, to me, was a good sign. If you found this video helpful, will you give it a like so that YouTube will share it with others? And please share this on Facebook and Twitter. In the last day, there has been a lot of positive data being released about businesses reopening, the slowing of unemployment, and an increase in jobs of 2.5 million old jobs coming back to life or new jobs. Some of you might say, that's great, but it's not happening in my city. Fair enough, right? But I might counter that it's not happening in your city yet, okay? The country is starting to come back to life. Utah, for example, reopened weeks before the rest of the country, and we have seen an uptick in jobs and positivity in the economy, and we have not seen an uptick in coronavirus deaths. So that's some positive stuff, but again, we're just a few weeks ahead of the rest of the country. Some of you might say, hey, this is good news, but doesn't this good news kill any chance of another stimulus? To that, I would also say fair enough. But I might counter by saying that I believe that White House economists are going to see that this uptick in business and jobs was a result of stimulus, not a lack of stimulus. So I believe they will see that stimulus to the people is what is helping. Okay, I know many of you are watching this and you're saying, hey man, I'm a day late and $1 short. I need this money now. I can't make this money up here right now, but I can just share that there are positive things, right? The wheels are starting to move. So at least go into the weekend knowing that. Lastly, I need a favor from my community. Some of you have reached the IRS while others have sat on hold or gotten lost in a never-ending loop of IRS phone prompts. My first comment today below will be about reaching the IRS. To keep things organized, if you have reached the IRS, will you reply to my first comment and share with our community how you got through? You might be the reason that someone gets their check or an update on their check next week. So thank you in advance for being in the community and sharing. Hundreds of you have gotten through and told me that all they needed was a new address or one missing piece of information. So I'm so happy to hear that. Taja Carney told me that she went to the post office closest to her last place of residence, and the postmaster was actually holding the IRS letter for her. They didn't know where to send it. Someone else told me that they went to the old apartment that they used to live in and knocked on the door and politely explained that they lived here and wondered if the IRS had mailed a letter or check to this address with their name on it, and the person had and didn't know what to do with it. So I hope these ideas help somebody who's still looking for that first check. You can also go to the Get My Payment portal on the IRS website. Now, yesterday I complained that my business wasn't getting the PPP funding we need to keep operations going. Some of you reached out to me with fresh ideas, and I'm starting conversations with other banks right now, so thank you for doing that. It's nice to know that you care about me and my family. All right, now can you see why I love my community so much? You guys are so awesome. All right, many of you have asked what I do for work besides stimulus updates. I'm an author. I do retirement planning, and I show people how to completely eliminate their debt in about 7 years or less. So basically, I'm a financial consultant, and I love what I do. Okay, no, I don't dye my hair with shoe polish. You can probably see some silver hair right through here. It's just dark hair, guys. I know I look like Clark Kent, and I'm happy to be your online Superman and bring you guys the best updates. Okay, now, remember to breathe. Go into the weekend. If things get too heavy, go for a walk. Don't get stuck on the negative news. I know there's a lot going on in the country. There are conversations that need to happen. There are stimulus updates that you guys need to get. But protect your mental health. And thank you for being in my community. And I'll see you on the next video.